The autumn leaves are starting to take color, and the woods this time of year feels so inviting and photogenic.
I like fluffy things.
I have a blanket in my room all year round, but I'm going to pretend like that isn't the case.
Let's go.
Monday and Tuesday, I did the first couple chapters of CT Cookie's Mesh Modeling Bootcamp and delved deeper into tools and settings and overlays and basic things. Some I knew and some I didn't, and I took notes as I watched them, then tried it on my own while skipping through the videos to get a feel for what was being talked about.
I finished this one yesterday. Today is chapter 2. I'm gonna finish up with the modeling with primitive one first, and then move on to this one. Got some tea, spearmint tea in my thermos. It's pretty cute, but it gets really hot because it's just glass. It's Wednesday, it's NativShark Day for me, and so it'll be a little bit different than usual. Instead of doing 3D things, I'll be doing NativShark things, starting as usual from the voiceovers for the lessons, and then jumping into illustration. What else do I do? A lot of things. Illustration, podcast things, writing scripts, analytics for our social media. I also have to record some videos today for our TikToks, YouTube, Instagram, one for all of them, just changing the ending.
And here's a spur-of-the-moment tour of my setup.
Yosh. Looks so chaotic. This is my setup. Mic, Cintiq, and then the 2 monitors. Gonna draw something that resembles or shows slang for our next post. So this is what I'm drawing.
I make NativShark Instagram posts based on the laid-back Japanese podcast topics and keep that theme for the whole week. Speaking of podcasts.
私ね、エモい音楽を聴くことの方が多くて、好きな音楽結構エモいのが多いのね。で、時々I forget that it's エモい音楽 and send it to people like tight and I just ruin their day for a couple hours.
I painted this painting for our living room to hang, and it finally came in the mail, so we put it up. That was pretty exciting.
One of the reasons why I don't like carpeted floor is because something can just stab you on the foot and you just had no way of knowing to avoid it. No.
This is my I am watching and learning things face, full of concentration, and you can almost hear the gears turning in my brain. And this is me watching a hilarious video Ty sent me for some inspiration for creating my own short videos. I think this one was on what Japanese students say in English classes. After some good laughs, let's talk some more topology. I made a human head for the first time. That felt like a huge accomplishment to me. Thursday and Friday, I learned about how to apply the concepts and tools and such that were talked about up until this point. Now it was all about putting it all together and hitting Ctrl-C and beginning again to try to get the optimum topology. I went back and forth several times on several occasions to try to figure out and connecting the dots quite literally, to try and figure out what the best ways were to construct the model that I was making. And then came the last task of the week, making a husky without any guidance, any videos to watch, just the reference image, and the knowledge I acquired throughout the week. This was a really good, challenging challenge. I think the face, especially the nose, is the hardest, in my opinion. I'm making the ghost from Destiny 2 as a side project. It's not related to the main tutorials or anything like that, and I was struggling with the cutout on the circle on the side, and so the videos actually helped me out. I went back and fixed the circle that I was stumped with, and it turned out pretty well. I don't really see any major shading issues, so it's a thumbs up. What sounds like a combination of a jet engine and a match. This food torch. At the Friday night household, it was Mexican food week. We are still trying out food prepping methods and figuring out what the best ways to prep meals are and how much of it will be enough. It's been a fun, delicious process so far overall though, and looking forward to refining our cooking and torching skills. This right here, we hand-picked blackberries out of the wild bushes near our house, making syrup for our mojitos. Again, I don't really like alcohol drinks that much, but who can refuse freshly picked blackberry syrup with fresh mint? I mean, I certainly couldn't. Finished off the week with planning for the next week.
Mistake.
Read the manual, they said.
This is a mistake.
Pay attention to the maximum line, they said. Living on the edge.